Welcome Galactic family. Unconditional love is an interdimensional energy field and a key that opens your heart to heal the wounds of many broken-hearted lives. How does unconditional love heal its long and innumerable incarnations of broken hearts? This is where the part of the interdimensional portal enters. Unconditional love is an interdimensional energy field that can capture a low-frequency energy field and transmute it at a higher frequency of experience. This transmutation on a higher frequency creates a sense of interdimensional movement within your life, within you, your third-dimensional essence, within your realm of dreams and aspirations of the fourth dimension, and within your fifth-dimensional body of light. In fact, the feeling of unconditional love, beginning with unconditional love for yourself, is important to your process of moving your consciousness and the eventual sense of the self and the body that serves as your human form. Your movement of expansion into the fifth dimension and beyond is a flow of your consciousness, which you feel much like a gentle flow or a gentle breeze. Notice that movement is a different experience in different dimensions. In the third dimension, you move through the time and space of your physical reality through your physical body or the machines that carry your body. In the fourth dimension you move into and through your dreams, the imagination, and the other means by which you can allow the creative ideas of the astral world through dreams, peak experiences, and meditations. In the fifth dimension, you move in and through the myriad frequencies of alternate realities and expressions of your higher self. Your fifth dimensional consciousness is your portal to your multidimensional self. It is the opening of this portal that is vital to completing your process of ascension/transmutation. We say ascension/transmutation because this is the process of transmuting your consciousness from third to fourth dimensional in the very different versions of reality that you will notice in the fifth dimension. Some of you may remember experiencing dreams, mystical experiences, and/or near-death experiences in which your brain has shifted to the fifth dimensional delta wave consciousness. Once your brain is transformed into delta wave consciousness, you can go slowly, or suddenly, remember the interdimensional communications that you have experienced. I, SOULMATE, have talked to people about their state of consciousness since the 1980s. There has been a tremendous expansion of consciousness that humanity is experiencing in this now, and I have spoken personally one by one with people there more than 30 years. I would like to say that humanity is changing. Of course, now, I can speak directly to people from all over the world, but in the 80s, and for many years later, I could only talk to people in my area. I think that's why the ARCTURIANs told me to make a website when I had no idea what a site was. On the other hand, I was invited to get involved with a college that was conducting a study on whether a site that could or would not make money. Test results were no. No one will make money on the internet. But within this now, if you want to make money, then you'd better set up a website or a blog and gain internet presence. The results of easy internet access to anyone living anywhere in the world is very similar to becoming fifth dimension. It is us, your galactic family, who are largely responsible for this change, because we have had an interchange program in which many of us, your fifth dimensional galactic family, have taken on a 3D terrestrial body. As a component of our interchange program, we galactics volunteer to take on a human 3D/4D terrestrial body. We take third-dimensional forms, a great personal sacrifice to be able to walk among humanity to better understand the best way to pass and help Gaia successfully, with the planetary ascension, which includes all those who can expand their resonance in the fifth dimension. In other words, any person, place, situation or a thing, which raises its resonance to the frequency of the threshold in the fifth dimension, will ascend. However, the ascent is not rising in the clouds with a harp. Ascension is to learn with every thought and emotion that what you may think you can do. Whatever thoughts or emotions you allow yourself to enter into your mind is instant, for there is no time and no space in the fifth dimension, transmuted into the reality you are experiencing within here and now. The third dimension time is no longer experienced once you go through the fifth dimension. Furthermore, the third dimensional space is not perceived as any form of separation in the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension has an operating system different from the first to fourth dimensions of reality. In the third and fourth dimensions, you always had time to prepare or time to avoid. In the fifth dimension, there are no trials or finding a better time. It only exists here and only now. There is no, I will try again in a different place and at a different time, for it is not time or space, as you may know in the third dimension. When you can remember your fifth dimensional realities in your multidimensional self, or multidimensional planet, or even your dreams and imaginations of other realities, you will begin or continue to remember more pieces of your fifth dimensional self. What would happen if more and more of you began and continued to remember your fifth dimensional reality and or your fifth dimensional self? The ARCTURIANs have guided me, as well as other channels, during many of my private consultations, to help people remember their fifth dimensional you and their fifth dimensional reality. There is a huge difference between your third and fourth dimensional realities and your fifth dimensional reality. Many of you are being called to stay in Gaia to help with the planetary ascension. To do this, many of you are learning remembering to maintain a conscious and simultaneous connection with your third dimensional earthly body, your fourth dimensional astral body, and your fifth dimensional body of light. This interdimensional attribution, to which many of you have volunteered during your present incarnation, will be largely based on your ability to help planet Gaia with the planetary ascension. To help the planet Gaia, you all need to join with ALL the dimensions of the planetary body of Gaia. In addition, you will need to deeply experience the oneness consciousness with your fellow men as well as with the other inhabitants of the world of Gaia. We, your galactic family, can interact more deeply with Gaia, his animals, as well as the elemental beings of earth, air, fire, and water, when you humans, who are currently incarnated on planet Earth, also join us in consciousness. And also in action. Because Gaia is a planet of free will, we, the Galactics, need to make sure that Gaia, as well as her many inhabitants, want to accomplish and help with the planetary ascension. The consciousness of oneness is the key to ascending Gaia and its inhabitants. There is a quote that says it takes a village to. In this now, it takes a planet and most of its inhabitants to. It will also lead Gaia herself, and most of her planetary inhabitants, to ascend the planet. In other words, for Gaia to rise, mankind will need to release their individual and selfish desires and need to focus primarily on planetary ascension. Therefore, we, the ARCTURIANs, ask you, what are you doing for the planetary ascension? We know that many of you are helping Gaia in many ways. If you want to share what you are doing to help Gaia with the planetary ascension, feel free to write this in the comment section of this blog or post. In this way, you are doing your best to enhance the great power of planetary unity. We thank you for you choosing to share how you are helping Gaia, as you can give ideas on how others can better participate in planetary unity. Blessings to you all. The ARCTURIANs and their galactic family. The members of your galactic family, Wish to thank ALL beings in Gaia, human and non-human, for any help you are contributing to the planetary ascension. Blessings. The ARCTURIANS and their galactic family.